Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and we've gathered here again today. And tonight we are going to talk about the first season, which is wrapped up recently and has come out all on Disney Plus in the UK, is The Mandalorian. Let's go for opening thoughts. Let's start off with Jake. Because Jake's actually, I think you've watched this twice, haven't you, Jake?
Yeah, incredible. Fantastic. What a great series this was. To think this started out as being a Boba Fett film and how it's then got adapted into this series with all these original characters is great. I prefer this to any of the Star Wars films I've seen. Excellent world building. Phenomenal. Great sets. He really puts you in the world of Star Wars from a different perspective with these new characters in a better way than any of the other Star Wars films has. Because you get more experience with these characters and more character development, which I think is perfect for the Star Wars universe. And I hope they do more like spin-offs like this. And I really hope the Kenobi thing that they're doing will be just as good as this. There's lots and lots and lots of nods to different things that's happened, but I'm going to talk about that in my favourite moments.
And breathe. Jake, you need to breathe when you talk. You talk really quickly. Yeah, it feels more classic Star Wars, doesn't it? Right, and it doesn't feel J.J. Abrams because it's obviously not J.J. Abrams, which thank God for that. Let's go to Philip.
Hello. Right.
Hello.
Gorgeous. No. But,
Gorgeous.
it's good. I do like the idea of the Mandalorian. It's almost like a semi-spaghetti western sort of thing for me, because it's like the lone gunman going through various places, sorting out righting wrongs and doing what he's got to do. There are episodes in this season that I find kind of dud, particularly one called The Sanctuary. I didn't like that one at all. I think it's called The Sanctuary, yeah.
That's the fourth episode, yeah.
That's the fourth episode. Beyond the episode 4 onwards, it fits together very well and it cracks along. My favourite one of those ones is the prison one on the prison ship.
Yeah.
That's my favourite episode of all of them so far. And the guy that plays the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal or
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
He is phenomenal. He can act with a paper bag over his head and you can still get the nuances of his character, because obviously he's got to act with a helmet on all the time and it's hard to do that and evoke some sort of personality. He does it very well. Nick Nolte's a little squashy guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Is it Kuil?
Yeah, I have spoken.
I have spoken.
It's Quill.
Quill. He was brilliant, but that shocked me when he was, shall we say, killed off before the end. I wish they would have kept on with, which one is it now? Is it IGAJ or IG something else?
IG-11.
IG-11.
Is this a quiz?
I'm going
to give you like a quiz.
I'm just going to say it's brilliant.
Buzz, if you know the answer. You got to be quicker, guys.
Okay. It's an excellent season. Looking forward to next season. I'm sure they're going to open it up wider. And if what Jake said is true, Boba Fett's going to be in the next season. If that's what the truth is, then fair enough.
It's a rumour.
It's a rumour. Well, in that case, yeah, I look forward to seeing him face off with the Mandalorian. And it was good to see his face when he took off the helmet.
Yes, he got the helmet taken off for him. Yes.
A thing. But when you saw him all busted up, and it's like, oh, okay, so that's you. I thought, yeah,
well, the droid, yeah.
And that woman that reminded me of Xena Warrior Princess.
She was good. I liked her. She was good.
I see more of her as well. I want her to come back in next season as well.
Yeah.
And then we haven't even spoken about the little green thing, baby.
Well, because we've only just started, Philip.
No.
That's why.
It's a cute little thing, but there's only so much you can do with little baby Yoda, besides letting him go, and then all these little...
The magic hand thing, yeah.
Magic hands thing. So hopefully he gets a bit more development in next season too. Thank you.
It looks like it needs more development. Let's go to Susan. if she's out. Can you? That's it.
There it is. I love this show. This is really. I mean, it plays on my heartstrings in every which way. Baby Yoda is great. I mean, I really was a big. I had a big spot in my heart for Grandpa Yoda, and Baby Yoda is awesome. The inflection and the little, I mean, again, acting like Philip said, acting with a paper bag. I mean, this is acting without words. I mean, that's it was really tremendous. And the delight I had with the whole finding out what the hell Mandalorians were actually about was great, because you'd heard, you know, in some of the books you'd read bits about the Mandalorians and how they were, you know, how they were and stuff, and so this was a really fleshed out version of that. And so it is fun to, you know, try and place Boba Fett into that universe. I think they're going to do a pretty good job at that. And the spaceship scene where the Republic was called, that was, I mean, it showed that they were actually like the force to be reckoned with in the galaxy at that point, because from this little beacon they showed up in like 25 minutes, and that's, I mean, that's pretty incredible to have a track to be able to set a tracer and then over hundreds of thousands of light years. Their galaxy must be really small. Anyway, yeah, so that was cool. And then the other thing that was really tremendous was the I liked the episode that Philip didn't like, the Sanctuary one, because it gave the Mandalorian a chance to really bond with Baby Yoda, and that was amazing. And that's my opening thoughts.
Right, thank you, Susan. Let's go to Connor.
Kind of at the moment, my ideal version of Star Wars, really. I thought that not all episodes were perfect. In fact, not all episodes were great. I actually disagree with Philip. I thought the Sanctuary one was good. The one I didn't like was the Gunslinger one, where he gets attacked in a dogfight and then has to land in Mos Eisley and get his ship repaired. Although that did at the end kind of dick tease Boba Fett, which was kind of that was awesome. But other than that, I thought that was the weakest episode of the series. Other than that, absolutely perfect. Taika Waititi is IG-11 is kind of like my highlight. He's great. Again, as Philip said, shame that he got killed off at the end. He would have been great to kind of have as a recurring character, because Taika Waititi is obviously a big name now. So having him attached, and also he was on directing duties for the finale, which was the best episode, I thought. Yeah, Baby Yoda, kind of. I'm not in the camp where I'm like a massive fan. I'd like to see where they go with it, because obviously they're teasing Jedis and stuff in next series. But for me, it's Pedro Pascal really that's the one that I want to know more about, and the whole kind of guild setup with the armor and stuff like that. Thought they were some of the best scenes. Cara June, yeah, she was great as a sort of sidekick. I hope she comes back. And obviously Nick Nolte as a Quill, he was great as well. Giancarlo Espinosa, I think his name is, who was formerly a villain in Breaking Bad, was magnificent in what was practically like 40 minutes screen time. as Moff Gideon. I can't wait to see where they go with him and the whole Darksaber thing. Other than that, for kind of what is 8 standalone adventures, leading up to kind of introducing what I assume will be the big bad of the entire show, really good, really solid, and I think that it's a very good sort of statement for Jon Favreau to make, to kind of hopefully one day take over creative control of Lucasfilm, because I think that he really understands and really respects the sort of essence of classic Star Wars, even down to the way it was shot. It was all practical effects. You could see in the dogfight in the episode that I didn't like. That was because you could see the way that the ship was moving. Very 1977 Star Wars. Yeah, great storytelling. I can't wait to see Series 2, especially with the cast that they're putting together. Like Michael Bihn's going to be in it, and Jamie Lee Curtis, and obviously you got Rosario Dawson in it as Ahsoka. So it's got a lot of places it could go. So it's exciting to see for a setup series, really. Fantastic job.
Right, brace yourselves, folks. We're going to our dear leader, Lee.
Thank you, Alid. Yeah, I watched this last year, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah, okay, some episodes, there are ups and downs in the episodes, but all in all, the eight-part story arc was brilliantly done. Yeah, you've got to hats off to Pedro for acting under that helmet most of the time. You know, it really does. You really do get to feel the character. As it's been mentioned, RG-11. There's more units out there, because we did have RG-88 in Empire Strikes Back. So there'll be more battle droids somewhere along the line, and most probably Taika might be voicing them. So hopefully another IG model might turn up in the next series. Baby Yoda, yeah, it was a nice little surprise. You know, at the end of that episode, when the little hand came out, and it is a cute little thing. But it's the storyline. It's not all about that Yoda. It's about the bounty hunter and the relationship between them and survival, which is good. And you get the feel, and it has been said many a time in other casts and stuff, that these episodes have the feel of the sort of early 1930s, 40s matinee serials of Flash Gordon, which George Lucas sort of based Star Wars on the original ones. So they've given a nod back to that. Yeah, it's, to me and to everybody else, it feels like real Star Wars.
Lee, can I say something?
Yeah.
There's a lot of feeling going on here.
Oh, well, I'm a feely person.
We've heard.
Well, there you go.
You've been told before by the police about that as well.
I mean, for it only being 8 episodes, 30 minutes to 40 minutes long, you still
it's kind of a mix between how long episodes are. Some episodes are quite longer than others.
Yeah. But that's good, the way that if they felt that they needed to tell a story and it added another 10 minutes onto it, they gave you that extra 10 minutes. They didn't cut it or
a few off.
Yeah. So they are putting a lot of effort into this.
On the versions you all watched, were the credits like 10 minutes long? Like Disney Plus, the credits are 10 minutes long.
Yes, very long.
Crazy.
Yeah, but the credits as well, the music over the credits is brilliant as well.
Yeah, but they're a bit too long. I mean, the credits are longer than some shows.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you would expect a Star Wars-esque sort of music, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. You're right.
Yeah, which it suited this show.
Well, yeah.
All the actors in this are totally brilliant. As I say, I can't say any of the any of the episodes for me failed. I don't think they did.
Yeah.
Some were better, some were better up there, some were a bit lower, but
some were okay and some were really good. Yeah.
Yeah, but you you don't get that in any series. You get an episode what's not as good as the last one, but it's telling a story. It's an arc. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it, and the costuming, the sets, just totally.
Apart from Picard, because that's all terrible.
We're not talking about Picard. We're talking about the Mandalorian.
Okay.
Over to you, Alid.
Right, over to Susie, whose camera's not working, I don't think.
Well, there's just no thing to turn it on. I click the start video and it's not videoing. Is there
Okay,
is there a host thing that's being done that I can't turn on the video?
No.
No?
no, I don't think so, no.
No.
Okay. Well, this was one of the best, I think the best Star Wars thing ever done. I think it beats any movie, even the original ones overall. Character development, the acting, maybe not the special effects, but I really, really liked it. That's it.
Oh, well, that was short and sweet. Yeah, I think I've got a funny feeling that I don't like Star Wars when it has Jedis in it, when it has lightsabers in it, because I like Rogue One and I like this, but I don't really like any other Star Wars film apart from the original.
Get out.
I'm actually, I think I'm slightly more the same now. The older I've got, the less sort of excited I've got by the idea of
lightsabers and all that, yeah.
Yeah, like Rogue One being a gritty war film kind of attracted me more than any of the trilogy ones did.
And I like this as well because it's got atmosphere. That's what it's got. Where if you go and see the J.J. Abrams films, which we've just reviewed the last one, it doesn't really have any atmosphere. I feel, and it's very J.J. Abrams, but this has atmosphere, and it's also the quiet moments when you're just in the ship and he's just sat there and you've just got the music playing, and it's silent moments that really make it, and the special effects, which are practical, are brilliant. I mean, the creature designs, I love all that stuff. What are you gonna say, Philip?
I was going to say, do you know what the other thing I like about this as well is how they make the Mandalorian infallible. He's infallible because he gets beaten I can't say that word.
He gets beaten up quite a bit, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. By that big creature.
Yeah, the guy in the horns in the prison one, he gets beaten up by him and everything.
He would be dead by now if it wasn't for Baby Yoda.
That's true. That is very true. And that's what I like about it. He's not Superman. He's just an ordinary man in an armor trying to do what he's got to do.
And he's not the best at what he does.
No, exactly. And the other thing is Baby Yoda. He's exposed to so much violence. You make you wonder, what's he going to do when he goes...
He's going to have some trauma, that poor kid. He's going to end up in care home.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah.
Are we going to explore Yoda's species then?
They will probably end up doing that.
I don't know if I'd like that.
Guys. He won't be traumatized.
I think I'd like to find out their name. I'd like to find out what they're actually called.
Instead of calling him Baby Yoda, because they just call him the child, don't they?
The child, yeah.
Yeah, the child, yeah.
We call him Baby Yoda.
Yeah, the fans call him Baby Yoda, yeah.
So he's post Yoda, isn't he? That kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is after the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And Yoda's died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yoda. Oh, I haven't spoiled it for you, Philip. Sorry to break it to you. Yoda dies, Philip.
And is there an inference that the Mandalorian is force sensitive as well, or not?
No, he's not force sensitive.
Is he?
Mando is not force sensitive.
But you don't need to be force sensitive if you've got Baby Yoda there, because Baby Yoda will be so force sensitive.
Yeah, Baby Yoda is, but not Mando.
Yeah, I get that. It's just that there was that bit when he was fighting that Rancor creature in the mud thing, and then when Baby Yoda.
That was Baby Yoda that did that.
Yeah, no,
not Mando.
Originally, when I saw that, I thought that was him doing that. Because he was, I think he had the knife in his hand like this, and he kept doing it. I thought, oh.
No, because he's going to stab him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he did in the end. Yeah, I think the thing is with this, I do think it probably is slight. Like I heard so much about it, like the hype about this. I think it's slightly overhyped. I think they could do better for series 2. I still think there's more places you can go and more interesting stories you can have. So I think that there's things that they can improve on with series 2. The episodes being longer, some being shorter, and a 10-minute credit was a bit weird. 10 minutes for credits is way too long. I know you can just skip them, but it says like, oh, this episode's 50 minutes long, and then you find like 15 minutes of it is just the credits. So yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Don't you think
But-
it's also interesting that the artwork that goes with the end credits are really good?
Oh yeah, no, I like the artwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the whole thing is visually amazing. I think the whole thing is visually amazing and very good. But I do think it is slightly overhyped. And some of the stories, they are a bit generic. Oh, you generic.
I think you've got to look at it in the context of where it is in the story. Like, I've heard a rumor that they're doing 3 seasons. So it'll be beginning, middle, and end. So I think that for the beginning, the setup, really.
Yeah, setup, yeah. And there was no real enemy, was there? I'd like a more of a
The rest of the
reoccurring
guild
villain.
were the other enemies.
Yeah. But I like a Darth Vader, or I like a...
Well,
You're unlikely to get the best of a story in the setup, really. So I think that kind of like pacing itself might be the best option.
Like the one on the farm that we were mentioning, me and Philip, it's just your basic, Sci-Fi's done that so many times. I mean, Stargate has done that story to death, where there's this village that's only tiny, and it's a farming village, and it's being invaded, it's being attacked. That's been done so many times. It's a bit generic.
Well, it's like a callback to the big monster movies like Godzilla and King Kong as well and stuff like that. So
yeah,
you can only tell, what is it, 6 types of stories or something like that. So I think
just give it a new twist.
Yeah, it works. Like I did like that episode.
I mean, I like seeing the ATT thing. That was good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I do hope they continue them off Gideon subplot with the Darksaber into next season and see where that leads with that.
I'd like to know about the Darksaber more, because the Darksaber has such a storied past. Apparently, it comes from that first battle between Mandalore and the Sith, or Mandalore and the Jedi. I can't remember which, but apparently that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Do we know, like season 2? Do we know, is it straight carrying on from the end of this one, or is there going to be a time jump?
That's a good question, to be honest.
Probably a time jump.
I believe it's straight carrying on.
Because I was just thinking maybe season 2 we might have been getting a teenager Yoda. You don't know, do you?
No.
Yeah, true.
So when are they filming that then? Because obviously they can't film it now.
It's filmed. It's coming out in October.
Oh, it's filmed already?
Yeah, they filmed it already.
Oh, well, that was lucky, wasn't it? Yeah. So they basically filmed it back to back, did they?
Yeah, pretty much. Dave Filoni said the other day that they're able to still, because they've got remote working, they're still able to edit it and stuff. So they'll hopefully get it out on schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I think Baby Yoda was a really good marketing tool for this. It was a really good marketing tool. It really worked. It kind of reminds me. It kind of reminds me of the Pating in Doctor Who.
Oh, God's sake! Oh, but anyway, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was
All
meant
these
to
cute
be
little baby things like Baby Groot.
I mean, Dr. Chibnall was obviously sitting there when he was writing that and coming up with that episode and that character, the Pating. He was thinking, oh, this is going to explode. This is going to be the cutest thing. Everybody will want it. We'll sell loads of toys of it, because that's what they do.
Hold on a
And
minute.
somebody's thought of Baby Yoda.
Did they?
No.
Oh, right.
I don't think there's a single toy of the Pating.
All right, there you go.
I mean, everybody thought the Abitos were really cute.
The other good thing about the progression of the Mandalorian is that he finally gets his own jetpack towards the end. So
yes,
that's going to be nice for him to be floating around all over the place doing what other Mandalorians do. And
yeah, Alex was saying that it was good references to the Rocketeer.
I'll tell you something though. I would like to see other bounty hunters in it. Because they never touched upon in the movie, like Dengar and Bosk.
Yeah.
because you had it was all mainly Boba Fett, wasn't it? And all those other like fall on. Bring a couple of those into a new series. Just little episode with a couple of those in them.
I would like to see, because I think it's Simon Pegg that voices Dengar in the animation stuff.
Right, I didn't know that.
I'd like to see Simon Pegg as Dengar. That'd be quite good.
So does anybody have any favourite moments?
Everything with Baby Yoda.
One that's coming to mind is the end of episode 3. I think it is where the Mandalorians kind of emerge from hiding.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the female Mandalorian, the main female Mandalorian when she was kicking ass all the other
Oh
ones.
yes, yeah, the mother or whatever she is. Yeah, yeah.
That was good. That's my favorite bit as well.
I like her design as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's very good.
Jake had a favourite moment. He put his hand up.
Oh.
It's so hard for me to pick a favourite moment in a series as good as this. But I'd love anything with the off-world Jawas in, because they're not proper Jawas, they're off-world ones, because they're not on Tatooine. And then we got the old Baby Yoda in IG-11 shooting everyone, going down that street. Oh my god, how hysterical! And then we get the sad bits like the little goblin man,
Quill.
A pig man.
Quill.
The Ugnaught.
Yeah, the Ugnaught. When he died and when IG-11 died. But this series is so chock full of Easter eggs and references. It's a really gold mine. It's a gold mine for stuff like that. Even from a really stupid thing, that white thing that bad guy had the coins in is actually a contraption that is actually meant for ice cream in this universe, and bounty hunters would use it to carry stolen goods in place to place to avoid suspicion. So I love that little reference. And obviously, like Susan said about the Darksaber, that has a hell of a lot of history in like the spin-off shows. Clone Wars, you get to see it. Its history. Rebels, you get to see it. So it'll be interesting how this Darksaber has gone from Rebels to this, because this is set 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So I just found it really good. What is he going to say, Lee?
You can breathe, Jake.
I was just going to say as well that it's it's good to see that what Boba Fett did in Empire Strikes Back took off with all the other Mandalorians, with capturing their prey and freezing them in carbonite.
Yes.
Oh yes, yeah. I like the carbonite. Yeah, when you see it on the ship.
Yeah, Boba Fett was the first one to do that in Cloud City.
Yeah.
The Separatists used to do it in the Clone Wars. So the bounty hunters used to stole Separatists.
Yeah, but then that was the first time we saw it sort of chronologically in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought one other great moment that's not talked about enough actually is his first introduction, the Mandalorian, right at the beginning of the first episode, where he goes into the canteen and he starts shooting the place up, really, and he cuts the guy in half in the door. That's amazing.
It really sets up the scene, doesn't it? Yeah.
That set the tone completely.
Yeah, it sets the tone.
And also the comedy. There was some great comedy moments, like in the last episode with the two storm.
Do the magic hand as well. Do the magic hand thing, yeah.
The two stormtroopers.
Yeah,
Stormtrooper hitting Baby Yoda.
Did you not find that a bit out of place for the stormtroopers?
It was a bit out of place, but it was funny.
Yeah.
It was.
They could hit the target to save their asses.
Yeah. It was,
that was funny. Yeah, because they have terrible aim, don't they? The stormtroopers, anyway, so they kind of take the mick out of it. Yeah.
Also, the comedy element was with Baby Yoda as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You leave him there, and then all of a sudden he's behind him. Just drinking his soup, watching them fight.
And I love it. He's playing with that knob thing as well.
Or where the insectoid is trying to drive the ship, and Baby Yoda's like one over here and messing with him so hard.
Yeah, Baby Yoda was really a good addition to this.
I did like the choice in the first episode when the Mandalorian trying to choose a transport to travel around, and you got the land speeder thing, and he's like, no, I don't want
No, not that. No.
a brand new one, but I'd rather have a crappy one just to get along. You know, I thought that was quite funny.
Because he didn't like robots. He didn't like droids.
And it gives an explanation of why he flies in this ship. You know.
Yeah.
This crappy spacecraft. Yeah. Because obviously it's undetected, isn't it?
But he's very ruthless when he's killing the Jawas. He's just integrating them left, right, and centre.
Oh no, but that was funny. I like that. That was great. Yeah, even though he failed in the end. Yeah.
I mean, the bit that left me disappointed was I read a lot of rumors like leading up to the moment it was revealed. When obviously you get the flashbacks to his childhood, and in the thing and all the super droids around him, there was like loads of rumors saying, "Oh, like Ewan McGregor's going to appear as Obi-Wan," and it's going to be.
But you shouldn't listen to
and
rumor.
then that didn't happen, and then I thought it was Boba Fett at first, and then it wasn't. So I was just kind of like, they should have like put someone popular in to kind of.
Oh, I thought it was Boba Fett.
Why? They have Baby Yoda. Connor. They have Baby
Connor,
Yoda.
what more do you want in your life? Jesus Christ, be grateful,
No,
man.
good gravy.
You're
Baby
good
Yoda.
gravy.
Do the magic
Put him
hand
in the
thing.
waiting room, Lee. Put him in the waiting room.
And also, as well, we've got Cal Weathers in this as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Apollo
It's been
Creed.
rather sunny today, yeah.
You can't go wrong with Apollo Creed in a something, can you?
Also, Werner Herzog as the client, he was great as well.
Mm.
Yes, everybody was very good, yeah.
Well cast, really well cast.
It was very well cast, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was this filmed? The UK?
No, all over the place. I think it was mostly in America. And then...
Because I know they do some of the Star Wars films in Pinewood, don't they?
I think they went to Tunisia, like they did in the original Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
All the...
Yeah, Star Wars was shot in Tunisia, but
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Right, does anybody else have any favourite moments or moments they didn't like? Something you thought, you know what, they could have done that.
monkey lizard being spit roasted and the other one watching it. Oh my god.
You mean the Salacious Crumb?
Yeah, the Kowakian monkey.
Is that a moment is that one of your favourite moments or a moment you didn't like?
I didn't like that moment. I found it very sad because I like Kowakian monkey lizard.
They taste nice, do they?
I'm a bit worried that they're going to have in his contract that he removes his helmet once a series.
Well, they've done it once. I don't think they're going to do it again. If you miss it,
Yeah, but it's an actor's ego, isn't it? It's
It is, yeah, yeah, it is, yeah.
He's also an incredibly recognisable actor now.
Yeah.
Recently.
I mean, he was. I mean,
It's
sort
their
of
creed.
I recognised who he was because I remembered him from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's their creed.
Mm.
That's what I don't understand because they say it's their creed. But in like when we saw him like Clone Wars and Rebels, they're always taking their helmets off. Like always, they never keep them on. They're always like taking them off and walking around them under their arm.
well, maybe that's because it's a different set of.
They're Death Watch, aren't they? It could be a thing because the Clone Wars ones are Death Watch, which were in the Mandalorian. Very brief.
They're probably different groups, you know, different clans. Yeah.
You did see the Death Watch group in the Mandalorian. They rescuing the boy, which I thought was nice because of their colour scheme.
Right. Oh, Susie's got a camera working.
Yay!
What's she on a phone?
She looks like she's stuck a deer in headlights now at the moment. It's like, well,
She's like, who are these people? So, right, if nobody's got any more favourite moments.
Susan, Susie, have you done your favourite moments?
No, but honestly, I think the whole thing was a favorite moment. It was really just a wonderful, wonderful thing, and you guys covered it all. So, no, it was great.
Oh, wow.
There is one thing I thought it was missing. I know Lee was touching on having all the different bounty hunters in it, but I wish we'd have seen a Hut Lord in it.
Oh, God. Here we go. That hut, this hut, that. Oh, shut your hut. Shut your hut, dear.
All the bounty hunter stuff is usually related to a Hut Lord.
No, he's right about that.
We might get
bounty
that
hunter
next
stuff is
season.
usually
Now, don't
related
tell
to
him
a
he's
hawk.
right. Don't
Yeah,
tell him
he's
he's
right.
right, Susie. Please
He
don't.
is right.
You're encouraging him. You're encouraging him.
Let them build up each season,
Yeah.
all that sort of thing.
I don't really want any
Let's have Pizza the Hut.
characters, but
What do you say, Lee?
I said, let's have Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Ah,
That pizza.
Darth Helmet.
Oh, I can't sing that because otherwise we'll get extra point.
If
That's all right, Alan. It wasn't singing.
they
No.
have a heart, if they have a heart, I want to see Zero in actual.
dead. He's dead.
No, but you know,
Like, yeah, but
Maybe they'll feature the mud hut that you live in.
Rebels is considered canon now. So they'll kill him off.
Put that out there.
You know what I can't wait to see? I can't wait to see the other creatures
Let's
like,
go see
like
Philip.
Yoda.
I agree with what Susan said, but you can't have Zero back because he got killed off in Clone Wars.
No, but had one similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had one
I
similar.
would like to see one of the Hutt Lords from Clone Wars be a main antagonist because there
Okay.
is one more Hutt Lord than Jabba.
I can't wait to see the other Yoda creatures. I cannot wait for that.
It's like
Do you
this
think we
village of
will see
baby
other Yoda
Yodas.
creatures?
They're like
I don't know
the
if it
village of baby
I
Yodas.
don't want to see where the Yoda species come from. I want them to
No, I wouldn't. It's a bit like finding out that the Doctor is the timeless child.
I don't think we're going to. I think he's going to find the Jedi and give them to the Jedi.
it
Oh,
was
you
good
think
seeing-
so?
It was good.
I don't want the Jedi added into it at all. I don't want the Jedi anywhere near this thing.
They already did it.
Some
They
sort of
already added
Jedi
it
in
in.
it.
Ahsoka's
Yeah.
rumored to be in it, but she's not a Jedi anymore.
That doesn't matter, but she's still going to be wielding.
I don't want too much Jedi stuff because I just feel like it always pulls Star
I think
Wars
that
down.
Force healing is going to play a huge factor in the future.
Oh yeah, well,
of
Baby
Star
Yoda
Wars.
healed that guy, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, I did like it when they got attacked by those giant pterodactyl things as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they got ambushed by them, that was good. And was that the last episode or second to last?
It was the
Yeah.
second to last.
To second to last, yeah. And they just got attacked. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
That also reminds me that the Mudhorn in episode 2 reminded me a lot of the Reek from Attack of the Clones, the big red rhino thing on Geonosis. That's what it reminded me of when I first saw it. I thought
Yes.
it's like the Reek from the Battle of Geonosis. There's lots of nice stuff. It reminded me of all these different things from all the other films. But yeah, great stuff.
Yeah,
It was good.
Share, just nod in agreement.
It was good seeing Twi'leks as well in the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in the prison one. Yeah, that's right. And she was.
That was my favourite episode.
That's
And
my.
And
Yeah.
I thought he'd killed them, but it turned out he just locked them all in the. He
And,
just
and
imprisoned
the
them all,
bald
yeah.
one, the bald one is from Boston, so that's cool.
We got a Boston mention. Money in the jar, Lee.
Darn right.
And wasn't the tall creature, I can't remember his name, in that prison one?
Oh, the one with the
Oh,
Devonian,
yeah,
Devonian,
horny. Yeah.
yeah, which we saw in an
Do you have to, I mean, Alan, do you have to?
It's everywhere.
You're on the call, Philip. Right. So is that all we've got to say about Mandalorian? Yep. So we'll go to our final say and score. We'll hopefully keep it short and sweet. Let's go to Susie.
10.
Well, 10. Let's go to Susan.
I think it's great. I really can't wait for more. I love Baby Yoda, my new obsession, and I will give this each episode. I'll give episode 1 and 2 10, episode 3 a 9, episode 4 is at the Sanctuary one. Then I'll give that one 10, episode 5, 6, I'll give a 9.
5, 6, 7, 8. Romeo.
And 8 and 9 will give, or 8 I'll give a 10. So the whole thing Oh, I think it averages out to about 10. So
What a surprise! What a surprise!
surprise, surprise.
10
Surprise,
baby,
surprise, surprise.
I want you to say 10 Baby Yodas out of 10.
All right, 10 Baby Yodas out of 10.
There we go. Right, let's go to Connor.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10 and give Taika Waititi his own Star Wars film, which they are doing. So I can't wait for that, actually. Forgot about that.
All right, let's go to Philip, because we can't have Connor without Philip.
This is a worthy invention out of the Star Wars franchise, and it's good, it's fun, and I want to see more. We're going to get more, and I'm hoping they expand what he does in the Star Wars universe other than just being a bounty hunter. Expand them a bit more. Yeah.
So what was that out of 10?
Oh, sorry, let's get a 10 out of 10 as well. Sorry.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Oh, wow. Let's go, Jake. It's going to be a 10. Thank you, Jake. Let's go to Lee.
No, fabulous. 10 out of 10. I have spoken.
I have spoken. Now let's go to our Lord, our Saviour, our Grace, Lee Wilson.
Your knees must be dirty. Anyway, go on.
I'm going to give it 10 moths out of 10.
Ooh.
I hope they're not Stephen Moffs.
Moths, grand moths, moths.
Oh, grand
Moff
Moffs.
Gideon.
Yeah. You've got a lot of moths there, Lee.
Yeah. These are jokes.
It's just your face. That sounds even worse.
This is the way.
Right. I think I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Ooh.
Now,
why?
Why so low?
I think that is still good. I enjoyed it. I still think it's overhyped. I think it's way overhyped. Some of the stories, they're quite basic. They're basic sci-fi stories, tropes, etc. And I just want them to flesh it out more. And I want them to bring in a real villain that's throughout the series, which hopefully they will do now, with more coming into it. Yeah, so I just feel like, I love the Baby Yoda. I love the visuals, etc. But I think it just needs that bit more. I just feel like there's something it's lacking.
Look at it as a testing ground, a proving ground to see.
Yeah. I think series 2. It's like with series 1 with everything. I feel like there's always stuff that they can improve, and then you get series 2, and it's like that's exactly it. They've actually homed in on what makes it great, and I think that's what they'll do. And then series 2 will be like a 9, hopefully, unless I hate it and I'll give it a 2. But you never know. So I'd like to thank everybody here for joining me, apart from Connor. I'd like to thank you, Cher, for watching. Do hit that subscribe button and look after yourself. Take care. We'll see you next time. Toodles.